Don't start now on Easy Rock. Good morning, Sean here. It is time for our Revelstoke Mayor Report with Mayor Gary Sauls. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Sean.
It's nice to have you back in the studio.
It's good to be here.
I really like your mask. It's a really nice looking, apparatus in addition to your face. It's hard to see your goatee, though.
There we go.
So, Gary, it's been an interesting few months, but I thought we should go over what's going on in our own backyard right now.
Sure.
And to make some things clear. So I'll start with the parks because that's a lighthearted one.
All right.
So you said the other day, or last week, that the kids could go out and play. So it was June 1st on Monday that the parks were open. Took a day or so to get all the caution tape down. Now, one question was, I haven't been to all the schools, and I assume that it's down. But do the schools, they can kind of determine how those parks are played on over the cities?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they own the property. They can decide what they want to do with it.
Okay. I think they're all open. I just thought it was important to note that if some parents were going, oh, well, how come there was still tape on that? Because city parks are city parks, school parks are school parks. But, of course, for us as parents, you just kind of roll it all into one and call it, well, the park.
Yeah.
So, okay. Just for that, it's clear. But they are open now.
They are open now. We're looking to open the splash park or splash pad the week of June 15th as well. So there's been some discussion on how that's going to open. And so people in that realm have come up with a plan. And so Lori will bring that forward. And so they're planning the week of June 15th and be able to go. Skate park's open. There's skate park monitors to kind of help show people how to
do ollies,
distance.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, do ollies, whatever, and make sure they're safe, and just so the little ones know, wash your hands, that sort of thing. Same thing with playground equipment. We're saying basically look after yourselves and self-police, and so people now know what to do, and we expect them to do what's needed.
Well, when Jack came back from the park, I just bought a power washer and I blasted him. And I said, "You're good."
All right.
You have a question. Do you want to touch base on anything first?
Well, I just want to let people know that definitely property tax notices are already out.
Yeah, thanks.
And you're welcome anytime. And that we've extended the due date from July 2nd to September 2nd, and things can be paid through your online banking as well. People can stop in City Hall. It's a check. There's an outdoor security box for people who want to drop things off. But you can also claim your homeowner's grant online, too, with the city. And so all those things are now up and running. And look at the city website, and it will go through the details on how that can be done.
Okay, because that's an important thing.
Very important.
Get your homeowner's grant. I accidentally forgot to do that one year, and they had to retro pay me. It was a whole. And
you want to get that.
Yeah, you want to get it. Okay, and of course the hot topic, really the most important thing in this community that's going on is it's not the debt we owe, it's not our budget, it's not the fact that it's a growing budget with population roughly the same. It's whether or not we can go get a team burger.
Yep. So that's up to the proponent now. He's got everything organized with the city. He just has to deal with a couple things, and so he's working on that. And as soon as he has that done, they're going to get his occupancy permit or conditional occupancy permit. So
okay,
the city's done everything they can. It's now up to him to just complete a couple things, and I'm sure he's going to do that.
Okay, so there's no real holdups, just a scheduling thing, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be exciting. They're going to be busy. The brand new shiny coin on the block.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Okay, you got a question. You ready for it?
Absolutely.
All right, put on your armor. Given that Revelstoke is considered a resort city and that a great deal of the city's revenue is generated by our citizens and the businesses that they operate, would you, as mayor, not feel it's appropriate to postpone all unnecessary projects, i.e. City Hall rehab, elevator upgrade, Williamson's Lake, washroom upgrade, arena roof, until the working capital of the taxpayers has stabilized, especially since our city debt is already one of the highest in the province?
Well, when we have some of these projects already planned out and we've gone out to the community for requests for proposal and we get them back, some of it's grant funded like City Hall. If we don't do the projects now, we're going to lose the grants. As simple as that. The elevator, if we don't do the elevator now, they're going to shut the elevator down, and that's in the courthouse. So, we need to do some of those things. Some of the other things that are upgrades, it's been in the work plan for a long time. Let's get them done. If we put them off, it's going to cost more money, just as we've seen with City Hall. So I get where this person is going with that. Absolutely. We don't want to overspend, and we don't want to basically waste money. And so with some of this stuff, we're able to put off some projects, and some projects may not have got done anyway because of COVID. So we're able to move around and make the money work the best for the community at this point.
And I see that down on Oscar Street, there's going to be an additional building for low-income homes.
Yeah,
is that
there's a 21 or 24 unit housing project there that's now good to go. So there's working through the final details, and that will be just right behind the ambulance station there. So that will be started as well.
And that one's run by BC Housing?
That one's run by the Affordable Housing here through BC Housing.
Okay.
And then BC Housing's also bought Rivers Front or Rivers Edge. And Columbia Gardens, and they're starting the outside envelope on that as well now. So.
Okay. And then we still have the plot of land in Southside, the old school.
Yep. And so there's an engagement on that June 10th with BC Housing. It's a second engagement, so that's going out to the community. One can register online with that sort of thing, and I did have an email address, so let's talk housingbc.ca/420-Downey. So people can register, go on, and they can give their input. And so the first engagement, there was about 60 people came out, deal with that. They're looking for more engagement, say, hey, you've got more ideas, what do you want? This is what we're thinking, and we'll be able to see what comes out with that.
So once those are all done, there would be, I'm just throwing this number out here, approximately 6 or 7 building units for under the BC Housing umbrella, if I'm thinking right. Rivers Edge, Columbia Gardens, the unknown name nothing at the empty school lot, the 2 on Oscar Street, Bagby Manor, Monashee.
Monashee, yeah.
And unless I'm missing one, that's quite a few. Well,
that's quite a few.
We obviously need
so, it's definitely going to make a difference in the housing stock in the community. So we're excited to see that stuff come forward, and really happy that BC Housing is supporting the community with that.
I would also say if someone is thinking about doing that, I don't know how this works exactly. I did help a family member do it, but you might look into it and be on a list.
Yeah.
Because that's, from what I've learned, it could be a long wait, could be a medium wait or a short. It all depends.
All depends on the circumstances at the time one registers for those sorts of things, and it's based on income, so that it makes it reasonable for people. So, I'm just an advocate of making sure that people can get housing at a price that they can afford.
Okay. What else do we want to touch base on?
Well, we've basically done most of those things. We're seeing I got a reminder from the development department that encroachment on city sidewalks allows retail stores to apply for an encroachment agreement with development services to permit sandwich boards, signs, display tables, racks. It's not just for those who are in the liquor establishments who now can put tables and that sort of thing out. It's for the retails as well. So just encourage people, if they want to put those things out, go to development services, apply for that, and let's see how we can accommodate you and make sure that you can get what you need to survive in business.
And I think the last time we spoke, we were going to talk about the downtown core, but you were going to have a chat about that, and it hadn't happened, so there wasn't much to talk about. How did the chat go? And
so what's happened with council is we've taken the suggestion from one of the councillors to go to the task force. So we've got an economic recovery task force that are basically going to go out and engage with the business community and with the residents of the community through a survey and say, hey, what do you want to see for the downtown core? And we'll see those results come back within 30 days. So we hope to have that back before July 1st. And so the council can look at it and say, hey, this is what we think we should be doing. This is what the community is telling us they want, and let's move things forward. So.
I was reading on the New York Post that they claimed that international travel was not going to go back to, unquote, normal until 2023.
Yeah. So I had a chance to have a conversation with Premier Horgan yesterday, as most mayors in the Southeast District. We're all on a
He seems
call.
like a Budweiser kind of guy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know he puts the front on, but I have a feeling when they turn the cameras off, the tie comes off, and he cracks a Budweiser in his desk. That's my
Well, I can't comment on that. But anyway, part of the comment was, or one of the questions that I had was about international travel and as we move forward. And he basically suggested that, we're not going to see international travel for the next year, which is a concern for us because we have lots of businesses that are dependent upon tourists coming internationally.
Sure.
It's not because the government's going to put an edict down and say, no, you can't come. It's because people are not comfortable traveling and they're not feeling secure enough with this COVID thing as to what's going to happen. So I think that's part of the issue. There is a bunch of money that's being put into tourism. I think he quoted $1.6 billion is going to go into tourism to help the operators in tourism in the province. And so we'd like to see how that's going to be rolled out. So.
Yeah. I mean, as a non-educated individual in this field, my thought was, I wonder if people would just postpone, even if we opened up those doors, if some folks overseas would go, you know what, let's just wait till 2021 and enjoy our trip the following year.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of, when we look at it from a tourism sector, we're talking about tourist-related travel regionally rather than internationally. So I think the marketing is going to be towards that, and we're hoping that people will stay here in our own province and spend their dollars locally.
Well, this is the first year that Kirsten and I didn't go to Fiji's because of COVID-19. I mean, usually we don't go because we're poor, but...
All right. Well, that's great.
All right. Thanks, Gary.
Good. Thanks, John. Take care.